Thank you for joining me for another Art of Womanhood, Fierce, Feminine, and Fearless interview. So, I have been interviewing women, oh my goodness, from everywhere, all walks of life, all places in life, right? For this anthology project. But this time, I really am focusing on the 10 amazing authors that have decided to join me in this venture, in this book collaboration venture. And so I am interviewing these ladies and we are kicking it about their chapters. We are really, really excited about this project. And I'm so excited that you're able to get a sneak peek, right, in a glimpse of these ladies and their stories and just how wonderful they really are. I get to know it and now you get to know it. So today I am talking to one of the authors. Her name is Essence C. Myrick. She has an amazing, amazing story, an amazing chapter. And so I'm really excited to get a chance to kick it with her for a few minutes so she can talk about the art of womanhood and what that looks like for her. So I'm going to bring her up without further ado. I love to say without further ado. It sounds so fancy, doesn't it? So without further ado, I'm going to bring up Miss Essence C. Myrick.
Hello.
Hey, hey, girl. Hey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, honey. How are you, girl? How are you?
Life is good. Life is good. Life is great.
It's
Being
good, but it's life, and ain't
life is
it?
life and but good things, good things. So,
Absolutely,
I thank
absolutely.
God and I'm extremely blessed and happy with all that's happening right now, but
Yes, ma'am.
it's a
Yes,
lot.
ma'am. But you know what? That's the art of womanhood, ain't it?
Yes, it
So
is.
listen, I want to give you a second to just introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are, and what you do.
Okay. So I wear many, many hats. My name first and foremost, SNC Myrick. I am a mom of three boys.
Oh,
I am a tax accountant. I am a writer. I am a co-founder of Royal Reigns Designs, a venture that I have with my husband. Um, yeah, so I do many different things, and I'm always working on something, and I'm excited to be here.
and I love it because that's what we do, don't we? We wear many, many, many roles.
Many, many,
So
many.
tell me, the art of womanhood. Tell me what made you decide. I know before you told me, you love writing. I know that much about you. But what made you decide that now was the time and that this project was the thing for you? Why did you join this project?
So, as you said, writing has always been a passion of mine since when I was a little girl with my mom. She used to write us
Mhm.
children's stories. So I
Okay.
always wanted to tell a story. And I always thought that, I can share some valuable insight to young women to help inspire them. And you never know what someone is going through. So being able to tell my story would be very beneficial to someone else, you never know.
Absolutely.
So that was always my intent, but life happens and I didn't have the opportunity to really delve into writing the way I wanted to. So then
Right.
when you had mentioned this opportunity, I just felt like the time was right,
Okay.
Um, secured in my job, I'm in my career, I'm secured at home. So I really have the opportunity to really now focus and do something that I've always wanted to do for myself and write. So I jumped on the opportunity and was like, all right, this is it. It was like my calling, it's
Yeah.
just like it's here, it's now, do it. And
And here we are, huh?
here we are. Here we are.
Here
Chapter
we
written,
are.
ready to go.
Yes, and you know what? Tell it. I read your, of course, I've read all your chapters, and I really, really, you did a great job. You really did a great job. So tell us a little bit about that, sharing that part of your life. You know what I mean? That part about your chapter.
Okay, so my chapter is about motherhood. And I became a mother fairly early. I was 22, still
Mhm.
navigating, college and just finding myself. And
Yeah.
it was a lot. It was a lot to handle and bear on my shoulders at the time. And I really didn't know. I wish I knew then what I know now, but
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
that time I didn't, and I was still learning about myself. So now having a responsibility of a child was an eye opener for me.
I'm sure.
And take me, years later, I decided to do it again. And and I had another one. Oh, my boys are precious. And that was like a whole new world for me. Each child is different. They say the first, is tough, but then that second one, it's a whole
Yeah.
new world. And going through, it was a challenge of pregnancy for me, birth, and he was born premature, and that came with its own challenges. And then where he's at now, he's a blessing. He's amazing, such a smart kid. But
Yeah.
again, new challenges. And I felt like there's so many women, so many some young girls that are navigating through motherhood, and
Mhm.
there was just so much that I've learned that I just wanted to share
Take
with
out
the
your trash
world.
cans. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Because yeah. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
because there's just parenting is different now.
Hmm.
And even I can say from my first to my second, the resources, the experiences, the environment itself was so different. COVID happened this time around. Like there was just so many different life events that really played a huge role in his development, that
Yes.
I knew that there were so many others that could really benefit from hearing my story and how I navigated it. And
Hmm.
it just created a stronger me. And, with the title being, Fierce, Feminine, Fearless, the art of
Yeah.
womanhood, my children have definitely sculpted and built and molded me into the person that I am today. And I just thought, I too wanted to give them their flowers for
Right.
just teaching me how to be this fierce, feminine, fearless person, and showing me that no matter what life throws at you, if you step into the role unbothered and just head on, you can conquer any
Yeah.
challenge, any obstacle. So my chapter is sharing my experiences, but also giving my kids their flowers and thanking them for just making me who I am today.
And that's amazing. That's an amazing way to look at motherhood. Especially as you said, you became a mom so young, and I know that was tough because I became a mother at 17 years old. So I know at 17 it's crazy, 22 is crazy, because we're still learning, we're still growing. We think we know shit that we really don't know,
Oh,
right?
no.
That we really, really don't know. Um, Now you have so many roles, you know what I mean, as a woman. You have so many roles as a mom and a wife and a business owner, and you still have your job and all of those things. How do you find that balance in there? How do you find a way to balance all of that stuff?
To be quite honest, I'm still figuring it out.
Hmm.
Um, there are days where I wake up and I'm like, I just tell myself, "You got this." And
Yeah.
that's it. You just wake up and say, "You got it." You don't know what's gonna happen because shit happens,
Yeah.
but, you got it. Working out has been a huge benefit and help, and
Yeah.
it's my thing. Like, me and my husband now, we go to the gym, and every morning is like we're in the gym, we're working out, and that helps me focus and talk to myself and get myself in the right headspace
Yes.
to um to just tackle the day. But it's hard.
Oh
And
yeah.
I I really want to just say that, like, it's hard. And I feel like as women, we think we have to have it all figured out,
Hmm.
and it's okay just to say I don't.
Yeah.
Today I don't.
Right. That's right. I know that's right.
And yeah,
Shit. I
right.
just don't.
I just don't. I
Yeah.
don't know. We want to know, We want to have an answer, we want to have a plan,
Yeah.
but some days
Sometimes we don't.
I just don't. And it's okay.
That's it. That's it.
That's
That's
it. Like that's the key. It's okay. It's okay to not know. So,
right.
I mean, to answer your question, working out um is my thing. Walking is how I get my head together. Like
Mhm.
those are my things, and daily
Yep.
affirmations. Um but most days, I don't know.
Sometimes you just like shit.
I woke up.
Just is what it is, right? It is
Yeah.
what it is. But you know what? As long as you are prioritizing you know what I mean, and your self care, how do you do that though? I know you said you go to the gym and you make that a thing, but how do you make sure that you prioritize your self care and your mental well being? You know, we just get the one mind, you know what I mean? And I always say that our mind is our biggest asset. It's our greatest asset because you know when that shit is gone, when your mind gone.
And it's like nowadays with like social media, you're like always like
Yep.
so
Yeah.
what I've started doing, and I do it throughout my whole household now, which
Uh-huh.
is a plus. We turn off weekends
Mhm.
and nothing, no social media, no TVs, no nothing. It's just us in a
Yeah.
house, in our space. And something else that I've done, and we started doing it with our youngest son, calming music to help
Oh,
like just keep the whole house, mellow. And it definitely helps me decompress and
yeah.
just puts me in a good space. The removing ourselves from like the social medias and the TVs and stuff on the weekends is a good way
Mhm.
to start. Like that's
Yeah.
like jump start for Monday because I'm clear, I'm focused, I'm not touching anything.
Right.
So those are things that we've done. And like I said, I do through the whole house. I'm like, look, guys, mommy need to have her mentals together. We all gonna have our mentals together. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm. That's right.
We
But
all,
that's good though.
yeah.
That's really good because you have to, man. You know, we are constantly going, we moving. We got to do this, we got to do that, we got to cook this. We got to do all the things, right? We got to do all of it.
Yesterday, my son, my older one, he goes, Mommy, you're my superhero. And I'm like, why? He's like, because you just do it all.
Mhm.
You
Man.
do it all. And I'm like, yeah. Then he's like, what's for dinner? And I'm like,
Exactly. Since you're doing it all, what's for dinner? Do you know what's coming up with that? You know, and
mhm.
that's crazy. And that's why I think it's so important. Me time is important. Girlfriend time is important. Being able to get away from all of that shit is important. So, how for you, how important are female relationships and female time? You know what I mean? And girl time. How important is that for you?
Very important. Girl
Yeah.
time is very, very important. I'm actually doing a yoga Wednesday. So wellness Wednesdays. I do this yoga class with a few friends, and
Okay.
one of my friends is actually the instructor. And it's important to just sit and talk to other women and just
Yes.
share stories. And it's great when I love having like girl time with my friends, my sorority sisters, because they know me, right? And you could just, oh, be yourself.
Uh huh.
But then going into spaces where no one knows you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just could talk and just share. And it's just that type of environment because it's like when I walk out of here, there's like no judgment, no judgment.
Mhm.
I don't
Mhm.
have to worry about it ever coming back. You don't have to worry about none of that. So
Yeah.
I think having both, having the time with my friends, well, I don't really have friends, they're all my sisters. So my
Yeah.
sisters,
Yeah.
family time, all that's important. And then just sneaking away and just going to my yoga class where it's like, I don't know any of you guys, but we're
I
gonna
know
sit
that's right.
here, we're gonna yoga it out, have some great conversations, and
Yeah.
you never know who again may share some experience with you. You never know
Right.
what connections you can make. It's like, and that's always been like a big challenge for me. Like,
Right. Right.
stepping out of that my comfort zone into another space where I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
So for 2024, I've been like, you know what? I'm just gonna get out there.
Yeah. Just do it.
Go,
You
go.
just been doing it. You
I've
just
just
been doing the things.
I've just been like
Love
going
it.
different places, and like I go back to my sisters like, hey, guess what I just did? And they're like,
Like what?
"Mhm." Like, you have places we can go? And I'm like, yeah, I just checked this place out. Just
Yeah.
stepping out of that comfort and just really being me and living in my truth and just
Mhm.
learning what it is.
What that looks like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that, man. And we are ever evolving. We're always growing. We should be at least, right? And we should always be learning. And
Mhm.
so, as we are wrapping this thing up, I want you to just give what advice do you have for the young mother, the young wife, the woman that's trying to figure all this shit out? What advice do you have?
I have to read this because I purposely wrote this just for this, and I want to share it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, to my lovely mothers out there, it is okay to cry and throw a tantrum from time to time. Motherhood is not easy, and we have to let it out just like everyone else. So don't be afraid to show your emotions. You are human and they are valid.
And that is beautiful and needed and appreciated, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. I am so grateful that you joined this project. I'm so grateful, that you've been rocking with me. You just been the best girl. You really have. You really, really have.
Thank
It's
you.
been a journey, but I'm so glad that you said yes and that you took this ride with me. And I can't wait. I can't wait for the people to get our book in their hands and
Oh,
read
I
these
know.
stories, man. I cannot wait for you guys to read these stories. So, again, sister, I salute you. I
Thank you.
appreciate you. And I
Thank
thank you
you.
for being here with me and taking time out of your day, out of your life, to join this project with me.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
thank,
Thank you.
thank
And thank you
you.
for the opportunity. It's been a pleasure and it's been fun and I really enjoyed it.
Well, thank you. And listen, y'all, this has been another Art of Womanhood interview. We are on volume 1, and I'm wrapping up with S&C Myrick, and we can't wait. We cannot wait for y'all to get a
Yes.
hold of the book, y'all.
Yes. Read it. It's definitely a read.
It's
So
going to be beautiful.
it's a beautiful
So,
one.
thank you, everybody. Thank you again for joining us. And this has been another Art of Womanhood interview.
Thank you.